I'm Evan B. Howard, and again, welcome to DMSF 0902, Spiritual Formation, a historical and practical approach. In our synchronous Sunday gathering, we will have some time of personal introductions, reviewing the week's schedule, and examining what this class is about as an academic course. In this video lecture, what I want to do is to introduce to you the topic of the class, what it is we're exploring here. Like I mentioned, this is a class in Christian spiritual formation, an historical and practical approach. Your course description states that the class is designed to provide an overview of Christian spirituality and Christian spiritual formation, including historical background, foundational issues, current movements, including such topics as the nature of Christian experience, transformation, caring, and so on. I was the instructor for this course years ago when it was first designed. And at that time, my students read my Brazos Introduction to Christian Spirituality, which is an introduction to the academic discipline of Christian spirituality. Since this book was a little bit more theoretical, I tried to structure our times of lecture and discussion in the residency to give a little bit more time for the practical. And over the years, I used the developing manuscript of a book more oriented on Christian spiritual formation as the primary textbook for the class, a book that was more practical in aim, though still written as a textbook. I organized the residency gatherings at that stage of the game around material that was in unwritten chapters for the book or with materials from other texts, including the Brazos Introduction. But now, the Guide to Christian Spiritual Formation is published. And Tom Sweeney is joining us as co-teacher. And so now we also have new texts and new ideas to share. So let me give you a brief sketch of where we are going. It might help if you get a sense of what we're doing and follow along. It will really help in this video lecture if you follow along in your residency schedule. As you will see, the topics for the week generally follow the progress of the chapters in the Guide to Christian Spiritual Formation, with a few things added or moved around a little bit here and there. And as you've already learned, the course material for this class will be delivered in a combination of asynchronous, pre-recorded lectures like this one, as well as synchronous gatherings in Zoom meetings with the whole class. Be sure and watch the pre-recorded videos appropriate to each time before you attend the Zoom meetings, which are the synchronous meetings, because our conversations will build on and will apply what you have learned in the previous lecture portion of the class. And also, don't forget to attend all of the synchronous Zoom meeting conversations in class. You may be at home, but you're also attending a Doctor of Ministry residency. We will begin Monday, June 15th with an introduction to Christian spirituality and Christian spiritual formation. Well, really, it will be an introduction to Christian spirituality, Christian spiritual formation, Christian spiritual theology, and Christian spiritual direction. You see, we want to make sure that you're nice and confused right from the beginning. But seriously, all of these terms, each of the terms or phrases, describes something slightly different and will be valuable to get a sense at the start of what each means and how they fit together. So we'll share together about our own personal formation and how these concepts, each of them, mix together to give us an understanding of what Christian growth and maturity is all about. And speaking of which, Christian maturity and the aims of Christian spiritual formation will then be the topic of Monday afternoon, as we think together about what are the marks of Christian maturity or the aims of Christian spiritual formation. Okay? Then, Monday evening, we will have our first session regarding the practice of the rule of life. You see, each of our evening sessions will be focused around a particular practice guiding us in the work of Christian spirituality and Christian spiritual formation. And in this class, the practice will be rule of life. So each evening when we're together, we'll be focusing around a rule of life. So on Monday evening, we're going to introduce the practice. We'll provide a little bit of biblical and historical background. And then we'll consider the preliminary steps towards writing a rule of life. On Tuesday, we will cover some of the key elements of Christian spiritual formation. Questions like, what is human experience and Christian experience all about? How does God transform individuals and communities? What are the different stages of Christian growth? And how do we navigate them, or how do we help others navigate them? We'll consider those who influence our growth in Christ, the Holy Spirit, other people, ourselves, and malevolent forces as well. Then we will see how our contexts shape the ways we mature and the ways we best mature. Then, after that, we'll be ready to see just what the task of spiritual formation really is all about. And then finally, on Tuesday evening, we will examine again rule of life. We will examine the basic elements of a rule of life, and you will start playing with your first draft of what a rule of life might look like, okay? Then, Wednesday morning, we'll review the final element of the elements of spiritual formation, the means of grace, spiritual disciplines, community, trials, things like that. We will also dig a little bit more deeply into the nature of spiritual theology and to the place of wisdom in our pursuit of Christian maturity as communities and as individuals. By Wednesday afternoon, we'll be ready to consider the practice of Christian spiritual formation with regard to our life of prayer, our relationship with God, and our life in community or together. And of course, Wednesday evening is free time. Now, Thursday, we will go further into the practice of formation, formed in thinking, feeling, and acting, what we talk about a life of integrity, formed into mission, and then discerning formation. In the midst of all of this, we'll explore such issues as remedies against temptation and trial, the Christian secret of a happy life, missional formation, self-examination, and more. Thursday evening, then, will be our last time to discuss the nature of a rule of life. And there, we will explore kind of the details and how we move from writing a rule of life to living a rule of life. And then we come to Friday, our last session together. On Friday, we will put it all together and we'll consider what it means to have a ministry of Christian spiritual formation in each of our own ministry contexts. So then, that's about it for the basic content of our week. I'm so glad to this year have Tom on board as a partner. Let one of us know if you have any questions. And as we look forward to our discussion Sunday, I look forward to seeing you there, June 14th, 7:15 p.m. Toronto time.